Yeah, I think I was pleased with the start of the game. I thought we came out really defensively. That was our huge thing, to set the tone defensively, not let them get going, and move the basketball offensively. Not take any bad shots, really share the ball, get everybody involved. I thought we did a good job of that, and it was a good win for us. Going to continue to need to get better at some things. I thought in the second half we got inconsistent with our defense at times, but overall got to see a lot of guys play more minutes sometimes than they do before, so that was good as well.
As a team, what do you think you guys learned from the experience in Cayman Islands?
Oh, I think we learned that we have a long way to go to be in a good team, but B, that we're going to have a chance to be really good. That what I think the biggest thing is learned is we have to be more consistent with our play. I don't know that it's interesting, but I don't know that I've been on a team. I think part of it is newness together, where we went through the runs that we went through down there in the Cayman Islands against very good teams, against the Buffaloes, picked to win the MAC and Iowa Big Ten team. We're playing very, very well for stretches where we came back from double digits to take leads. We garnered leads, and then we went through stretches where we just did not play it well at all. So I think becoming more consistent. I think this team is going to need to learn how to win close ball games, which we have not really been in that situation a lot. That was our first time as a team the last week in the Cayman Islands, and there were some crucial small things we made mistakes that could have affected the ball game, and I think that's part of the process with just a new team that is still kind of figuring out how to gel together.
Do you think it was good to have a game like today in between Cayman Islands and another test, a Memphis test?
Yeah, it wasn't strategic from a scheduling standpoint. It's just kind of how it played out. I mean, I think it's good anytime. Anytime William Lee can see the ball go in the basket, I thought that was a positive. You get Lewis Sullivan scores 17. I mean, guys feel better about themselves when they score points. We had 5 guys in double figures, so I think that was part. That helps, but I think it's still, whether we were, and I told you guys, whether we're playing or practicing today, we had to get a little bit better. I thought there was some things, especially early, that we showed we got a little bit better on. That's going to be challenged on Thursday.
In the second half, you guys, like you said, you had Mississippi College had a little bit of a run there. What was said in the timeout to kind of get you guys back on track and get the defense settled after they made that run?
Well, it was really just challenging them to be more consistent and challenging them to play to our level, not to play to their level. Johnson hit a couple tough shots, but we need to, again, going back to just being consistent with our play. It doesn't matter the score. Play as hard as we can every single possession. Continue to get better every single possession. And that was, I was, personally challenging the guys, in some of those timeouts. So let's go. We have to play harder. Play like you did in the first half. Compete to that level.
And you got Memphis coming to town on Thursday. Steve asked this a little earlier. What do you know about the history of Memphis?
Well, being a college basketball fan, being here at UAB, when I first got to UAB, Memphis was in our league, and it was one of our rivalries. I can remember, to be honest, in high school, William Lee, he came on an unofficial visit. The first time he had come to Bartow Arena for a game was against Memphis. I think it was our first year, maybe Coach Hass's first year as a head coach. And I remember the energy in the building was electric. We didn't win that game at the time. Coach Pastner was coaching it, but we got to learn here at UAB very quickly the rivalry. And obviously Coach Bartow's influence on both programs, and UAB has had a whole lot of Memphis players as well. Steve Mitchell obviously being one of them, Jerome Mincy, 2 of the best players ever to play here. So I think there's a natural rivalry. We worked really hard, myself, Coach Hass, Mark, to get this game back, to get the Memphis UAB game back, and it's awesome to have it on, as the Bartow Classic. I think this is the first year in a couple years where the Bartow Classic has been versus a really good opponent, that there's some significance, right, to Coach Bartow and his legacy in the game.
What have you heard from fans now that you've gotten this game back, and especially when it was first announced, that type of thing? Did you tell that they're excited?
No question, yeah, and I hope the biggest thing is hopefully it carries over to Thursday. There's a lot going on, and around here in Birmingham, our football team, now the season's over, they've announced the bowl game, which is awesome. So hopefully, we've put a lot of time and effort into marketing this game as one of our premier at home, the premier non-conference game on our schedule. So we're hoping Birmingham comes out and supports, and we get close to, if not a sellout crowd.
Big confidence boost. Down in the Cayman Islands, left with a nasty taste in our mouths. Just camp we was just focused on this game to get better, to get that confidence back, and just to keep getting better.
When you beat teams that you should beat, like the, a team this far in this, but you beat them decisively from the opening, how much does that add confidence that you don't didn't mess around, I guess?
Good point you said that. We kind of messed around in the second half. We just got to be more consistent and getting better and practicing in games. This game we'll just focus on ourselves, focus on coming in, get better at the small things, small details that we do.
I know you didn't go well in the Cayman Islands, but I mean, what do you think you guys learned as a team during that thing?
We learned that we can play with anybody as long as we come out, play hard, and compete. Moments we was up on a couple good teams, and we fought, but we just didn't fight hard enough. So we can play with the best of the best. That's what we learned from the Cayman Islands.
Yeah, you got Memphis coming in next. Obviously there's a pretty deep tradition here of playing Memphis. I don't know if you played it maybe once, I guess.
Once, yeah.
Okay, so I mean, do you know kind of about the history of the series, and what do you think it means to you guys?
I really don't know that much about it, even though I play for UAB because they moved conferences before I got here. So been hearing people talk about it around the city. So I guess it's pretty big. So just got to come in with that mentality of just getting another win.
Like William said, we had a nasty taste in our mouth in the Cayman Islands, so we just had to come back and refocus. Last 3 games really had a little downfall, but we just had to come in, focus, pick it back up. So Coach Jack always tells us defense is more important, so we just have to get better at that. First half, we did a good job. Second half, I think we lacked a little bit, but we also can have more improvements on defense.
You had a good Cayman Islands tournament. You had a good game today too. What's your confidence like going forward in Memphis?
I just have the same confidence I have throughout the whole season, whether it's good or bad. I just make sure I'm there for my teammates every step of the way. Make sure we just stay together no matter what. Either we break out, downfall, or we up. So we just gotta stay together.
What do you know about the Memphis rivalry?
I heard a lot about it. It's gonna be a good game. Yeah, I got an old friend that play for Memphis, but it's gonna be a good game. So everybody's gonna come out, but we're gonna put up a fight.